Hello, everyone. Rick Bell here with Cincinnati Watch Company. Excited to informally introduce to you our new watch. We had a live Instagram event yesterday, and I know that not everybody could attend that. So I wanted to just kind of cover the message that I gave yesterday because it'd be easier for us to send out this YouTube video in our newsletter so everybody can hear everything that happened in the event and you can know what's going on with this watch. So this is the Cincinnati Watch Company Divers Edition, supporting the Dive Pirates Foundation, which is our first. As you know, with all of our watches, we like to give something back to the community, and usually that's in the form of a Cincinnati-based nonprofit. But for a dive watch, we just kind of struggled to find an organization here that really made sense for the watch. So that was actually a fun experience in of itself, looking for a partnership for this product, and we found the Dive Pirates, and we really like and support their mission. So they provide 100% paid uh, dive experiences in the Caribbean to disabled Americans. So they provide adaptive dive scuba dive experiences uh, with specially trained divers to support these individuals, and it kind of gives them the experience of the freedom of the sea. So I think that's a great partnership and a great mission, and I'm excited to be supporting them with this watch. So to go into the specs, we have a 41 millimeter distance on the case. The case is 40 millimeters, but to the edge of the bezel, it's 41. Lug to lug, we have 48.5 millimeters. The watch is 13 millimeters thick from the top of the bezel to the bottom of the case. 20 millimeter lug width. The bracelet, which articulates really nicely, tapers from 20 millimeters to 18 millimeters. Got a solid milled clasp with lots of micro adjustments. A twin trigger release. Ceramic bezel. Sapphire crystal with AR coating. It's a clear AR coating. And a double dome sapphire with its 3 millimeter thick double dome sapphire. A mosaic style wave pattern on the case back, and wasn't able to show this in the Instagram video because just couldn't zoom in right. But here's the marking: Cincinnati Watch Company Divers Edition, and there we call it the Dive Pirates Foundation. So pretty different looking mosaic on the back. It was something I found online. I forget really what it was of, but it was a tile mosaic that had sort of a similar pattern. We adapted and changed, and I thought that would look cool. So that's our case back. We do have C3 Super Luminova on this watch. This camera that I'm using presently doesn't like it when I turn off the lights. I tested it, so I can't show it to you in this video, but I can tell you that this is powerful lume. We do have a lume pip here that's lumed, and 120 click bezel, unidirectional. And the bezel is concave or curved into the dial, which pretty unique looking. I really was excited about that feature when I was thinking about this watch when we were designing it early on. Give you a better look at the black dial model. So it's black with gilt printing, gilt hands, gilt applied indices, and gilt markings on the bezel. Oh, and a very important spec to mention, the movement inside this watch is a Sellita SW200 Swiss-made automatic movement. So you got a great, reliable movement in the watch, 4 hertz beat rate, hacking, hand winding, screw down crown, obviously, screw down case back. It is, a 200-meter dive watch. And for the price, we will be launching this watch at $350. So that really aggressive price initially. So for the first month and first month alone, when we offer this watch up on pre-order, you will be able to acquire it for $350. And that's only good for a month from the date we launch it. We have not launched it yet. We will launch it once we've made a few changes, which I will explain now. And the changes are not huge. So, well, one of them it kind of is, and up for debate, and I'm still thinking about it. But first of all, the sides of the case are polished, and we want the sides of the bracelet polished. Not a big change, but the sample here has it brushed on the side. So in the model, when we release it, you will see polish here on the side of the bracelet. For the bezel, sometimes what looks good in renderings doesn't work out the way you think in real life. So one thing I didn't like and I want to alter is the dot markers here for minute timing. I want those down lower to the dial, and then the 10, which is always a difficult number when you're talking about a bezel, because the 1 is just naturally thinner than a 2, 3, 4, or 5. So we have a spacing difference here between this dot and the 1 that I don't like. I don't know. When it's zoomed in this much, it's easier to see. In person, it's not too bad, but it's still something I want to resolve. And I think we have a few different ways we're considering about altering that. But at the end of the day, I'm getting a new bezel made, and when that new bezel is made, we will have new prototypes, and then I'm going to take formal pictures and put this up on the website to launch it for pre-order. That should take about a month. Several ideas for what I'm going to do about this. We're definitely lowering the dots towards the dial, and I may remove a dot on either side of the number. It's what I've seen done before too. That's one option. I may move the numbers, just take away the numbers, make them the dashes. I may take away the dots. I'm still thinking about this, and if you have input, feel free to comment below in the video or email me directly. You can always email me at any time, and if you've done business with us before, you'll know that I always try to answer. So that is it. Divers Edition. Cincinnati Watch Company will launch in approximately a month. You're going to see more posts on Instagram and videos of this live. I'm meeting with a photographer this weekend to get better shots than my shots, which aren't entirely professional. So I'm excited to hear what you guys think about this in the YouTube comments below. Thank you for taking this time with me to go over the watches. I did want to end with kind of a perspective. So many of you will recognize this watch without me telling you what it is, but just for reference point here, our watch is 13 millimeters thick. This watch is on the left side, a very popular dive watch that many of you in the watch community are going to recognize without me even mentioning. But we are about 0.2 millimeter thinner than this one. This watch on the left is 13.5. We're about 13, maybe 13.1. So we're slightly thinner than this watch. I have really skinny wrists, so every watch looks big on my wrist. So when you see that online and pictures me wearing it, this watch, our watch wears very comfortably for me. Uh, it's just, perspective and cameras on wrist shots always make things look a little bit different. But I just wanted to um, show that to you guys and gals maybe. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a good day or evening. Uh, we are going to be sending out this video with a newsletter and a questionnaire. If you could fill that out, that will really help us. I do want to end with the fact that I know the world is in kind of a rough place right now, and financially, there's a lot of people that are hurting out there, and we're really cognizant of that issue. So, this watch we're going to launch, we're going to give it a really aggressive price for what you're getting, and at the end of the day, if we don't have enough orders to warrant producing it, we'll refund you. Uh, I hope it doesn't come to that, but I want the Cincinnati Watch Company to survive the coronavirus. So what that means to us, if we don't get the kind of orders we'd expect in normal market conditions, um, I can't invest in this and then be stuck with a bunch of watches and destroy our little business here. We can always hold off and launch this watch later. So I just want to throw that out there. We're gonna put it up for pre-order, a great price for 1 month, a killer price at $350, and we'll see what happens there. I'm excited. I'm excited just to have the thing in my hands. I've been thinking about this watch for almost a year now, so it's great to see it come to fruition. And just rough timing on it, and it is what it is. So keep that in mind. I do want to make this watch, but I also want to do it in a prudent manner. Under normal circumstances, I would just make this thing, and I know eventually we shouldn't have any problem selling them, but that's the world we live in right now. So stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy, and I will be sending out more Instagram and Facebook posts on this watch, and we'll be sending out more newsletters. Nice having a chat with you.